Fight fans? It's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm here with Andre Ward, who just wrapped up his meet and greet here at the Venetian Hotel, the Shoe Palace. Yeah. Now, my first question to you is, how many of those do you actually own back there?
Actual Jordan sneakers? Honestly, I don't know. Like, I have hundreds upon hundreds. I probably, if I had to guess, probably say about maybe 400.
Is your shoe game shaming your wife's shoe game, though?
Oh, no question. Like, the way our house is set up, it's a bigger closet, smaller closet. I got the bigger closet. I take longer to get ready in the morning.
No way.
No, I'm serious.
What do you do?
I gotta be right. I gotta be right. I gotta make sure everything's right. My hair's a little longer now, so it take a little longer with that. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta look presentable. And as far as my wife likes shoes, but I'm in love with shoes. Like, my dad used to tell people that if my son ever makes some money, he's gonna have a lot of shoes. And I made a few dollars, and I got a lot of shoes.
Now, here at the Shoe Palace, you obviously got to interact with your fans. How does it feel to be able to do that?
I love it. Like, you know, it's work. We've probably been signing autographs and taking pictures for maybe 2.5 hours straight. But, you know, it's like I told someone earlier, this is my job. You know, my nature is kind of shy and reserved. You know, I kind of like fall into the back and just doing my job, and that's it. But, you know,
I think you do above and beyond, because I've been to many meet and greets, and not everyone is as friendly as you are.
Right. I just
you go out of your way.
You know, I used to be that fan, you know, before, with you know, people in boxing and other people, and it's like they came and they stood in line and had a guy like the meet and greet started at 12. He's been there since 8 o'clock. I've had people who sometimes stay outside, you know, 5 in the morning. Like, you have to give that person an experience, not just an autograph.
Right. Tell me the craziest fan experience you've ever encountered.
I don't know. I mean, my fans are pretty consistent, but
no one's come jumping out, screaming?
Nah, like I got my people around for that, so we make sure we keep that under control. But I would probably say the craziest thing is, like, in the Bay Area, we had a signing just like this, and somebody literally camped out overnight. I think it was started at 10 o'clock in the morning, and this dude was there all night. So I've never seen anything like that. I'm a fan of people, but I probably wouldn't do that. I don't know if I got that in me, but, like, I respect it.
Unless it's Black Friday.
Maybe my wife. Maybe my wife. Hey, look, I'm in the business of trying to save money, so my wife's like, we can save 30%. I'm like, I know how we can save 100%. Keep that money in the bank.
You can get a 50-inch television for $150.
It's a cold game out there.
So what I did, I went down the line and I asked a lot of the fight fans questions about you. Okay. And one thing I've realized that they all said was, I like that he's so humble. I mean, for people to be able to look at you and you be in the position that you are today, it's very easy to get caught up in the hype and to act a certain type of way, right? How do you keep yourself so humble?
I mean, the root of it is just I know where my strength comes from, you know, and that's always been something that even as a kid, my dad, like, really, you know, really stayed on me and my brother about was just humility, you know, and humility is a powerful thing. And it's a blessing to see people that could gloat, could be boastful, to be humble, like Steph Curry, for example. You know, Draymond Green, guys that I know personally. You know, even the stuff people say about Marshawn Lynch, like, the dude is extremely humble for what he's accomplished and for who he is. I love seeing that, and I love being that. It's important.
Is there a lot of pressure to sort of, because you are put on this pedestal, a lot of pressure to maintain that?
Of course. Of course. I mean, like, my room at the MGM right now, like, it's people that can see on the balcony that I have. And, like, just even stuff like that. Like, I'm conscious of the fact that I'm eating breakfast, or I got to be conscious of what I have on, because somebody may have a video camera on me. They may have a phone on me. They may have
binoculars.
It's just stuff like that. But it's like, you know, I've been doing it so long where, you know, I'm aware of it. It's a pressure, but it's a good pressure. Yeah. It's good.
Andre, another thing I asked them was, who wins? You or Sergey Kovalev? And not one person said Sergey. Okay, not one. Now, I don't know if it's just because all you're super fans and whatnot, but do you also see that fight as a 50-50, a challenge, or is it easier work for you than most are reporting it to be?
I mean, I think first of all, a big shout out to my fans. We got some really, really, really diehard fans, some really awesome fans, and I think I probably have one of the most underrated fan bases today. People have a lot to say about the fan base, but I think when you really take the time, you see it's really strong and very passionate. I look at every fight like a 50-50. I don't take any, you know, the Paul Smith fight, 50-50. My last fight against Barrera is 50-50 because I got a job to do. First, I got to get in shape, and I got to prepare mentally, physically, emotionally. But then, like, Now I got to go execute. And if I don't execute, I don't get my hand raised. So every fight is 50-50. That's how I went into the Dawson fight. And the Kovalev fight will be no different. I have to come prepared, and I got to execute or I won't win that night.
Right. July 9th or July 16th, that's being reported as your next fight date. Do you have a short list of potential opponents?
I don't. I really don't. I think hopefully we get something done in July. And I think, as we speak, my team, Jay Prince, Josh Dubin, HBO, they're working on opponents. And we'll get the right guy.
Right.
And, given that me and Kovalev win, we should see a showdown later this year. Okay. Hopefully in Vegas. Tonight we have the Canelo Khan fight. Another person that's going to be in attendance that you've been quoted saying you aren't the biggest fan of his, Triple G. Can you elaborate exactly why you aren't a fan of his? Well, I mean, just in the simplest form, like he's a guy that's across the table from me, so to speak. He's a guy that at one point in time we could have fought. So that's just normal. Like I think that would be weird for me to like support him or for me to be in line at his signing last night. And I know about that. And try to get an autograph. Like that's not how I'm built. Right. But why do you think he didn't fight you at 168? Do you believe that Gennady believes that you would have taken his O? I'm gonna just put it like this, to keep it, as clear as I can. Like I've said multiple times on the record what happened. And to be honest with you, man, I wish him nothing but the best. Like I'm going after bigger and better things. What he does in his life and his career, they really have nothing to do with me at this point. So I'm more or less just indifferent. It's no bad blood, so to speak. I see the stuff the trainer says. I see the stuff he said. It's okay. They said that before we fought a guy that was in their camp, Barrera. Like, these guys talk. And it's really not my job to keep the trainer in check. It's really the media's job. It's really the media's job to say, listen, man, we heard this before, and it didn't happen, and now we're going to hold you accountable for what you said. It's not my job. I'm not focused on him. By the end of the year, I want to be the light heavyweight champion of the world. That's all I'm focused on right now. Dre, final words. I know that everyone's looking forward to the super fight with Sergey Kovalev. Do you have some words for Sergey? I really don't, man. It's we're in an era right now where it's a lot of talking going on. I just go to work. I go to work. They say nobody wants to fight this guy. I raise my hand. They say this guy is tough. He's gonna knock you out. I don't complain. I go out there and I try to get the job done. So. I'm just ready for action. We've had some inconsistency the last couple of years. Everybody knows why, but, I haven't had any belts around my waist in a little while, and I'm getting real hungry for that. So I'm getting excited. Actually, real quick, July 9th or 16th, is it going to be in Vegas, Oakland? Do you have any idea as to where the fight might be taking place? I don't know right now. So I think all that stuff is kind of being thrown around, being worked out, but I really just want to focus on that because, like I said before my last fight, if he doesn't win, if I don't win, like it's up in smoke. Right. So we got a job to do, but trust me, people have plenty of time to get excited for that matchup, and I think it's the biggest fight in boxing right now. All right, well, very nice. Thank you so much for your time, as always. Bye, fight fans. Hey, fight fans, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you go ahead and do so because Behind the Gloves is worldwide with our coverage. All you have to do is click this little link right here.